Tune in Wednesdays at 1 o'clock for the Gains Conversation with Julian and Mia as they give you all the latest news and perspective from their point of view. Again, it's Julian and Mia with the Gains Conversation Wednesdays at 1 p.m. on Christian Warrior Radio.
Hello, everybody. I'm Julian Gaines.
And I'm Mia Gaines.
And this is the Gaines
Conversation.
I'd like to open this up with prayer. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the beautiful day of creation. As we see a lot of things going on in this world, Lord, we'd like to send our prayers out to the people that are suffering in Maui, Hawaii. We'd also like to just send prayers out to everybody in the world that's suffering through all these weather effects and the new COVID variant that's coming around. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. Thank you for that great prayer, honey.
Yes. So how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. How about you?
I'm feeling a lot better. Just to let you guys know, give you a little heads up. I've been going through the motions, and I caught COVID. And the best thing about learning and dealing with what I had to deal with when I quarantined is I had a chance to sit and really have a talk with God and relate to a lot of things and confess a lot of sins in my life, even as a kid. So to me, that was my time of meditation to hang with God and chill with God for the last 5 days. And it's been beautiful and it's been wonderful. The symptoms were kind of bad in the beginning, but I got through everything and God saved me. So I thank God for, just going through what I went through. I think it was as well, telling me to sit down and cool out for a minute. So, and my wife here was nothing but joyously helping me in so many ways because a lot of times I was, as you go through the symptoms, you're sick, and she was there on the drop of a dime for me. So I appreciate you, David.
Oh, you're welcome. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for?
Yeah.
That's what they call helpmate?
Yeah, it definitely is.
So when God created Eve, he really made he made her as a helpmate.
I guess you can say that.
Well, the reason why I said it like that, because one lady had got, we had looking on some social media earlier in the week, and the lady had got on there and she was basically saying that it's a happy life, happy wife, and all that other stuff. It doesn't matter.
Sometimes it ain't always gonna happen like that either.
Yeah,
you ain't always gonna get somebody who's gonna, that really understand what marriage is about.
Right. A lot of work.
A lot of people get married for all the wrong reasons, and it's not making their marriage work. But
But the thing about that is, when you get married, like I always tell people, getting married itself is the step to get through. Once you jump that broom, you got to realize this is for the rest of your life, and you got to want it. I mean, it feels good to always say you're married, true enough. But if you don't want to be, I mean, if it's something that you feel like you playing with or you're gonna jump ship on and stuff like that, then you shouldn't mess with it because it's the sanctity of your soul. And whoever your soulmate is, this is something that you guys are trying to do forever. Death do you part. Right? And speaking of death do you part, I had read a story that shook my brain heavily. And a lot of times when we do talk on this podcast, we read stories and we talk about how people deal with infidelity. But in this situation here, this really took the cake, and I think this is the coldest statement somebody has ever made since I've been living on this earth, and I've been here 48 years. This lady said her husband had cheated on her, and the way that she got him back is she slept with the man that killed his brother. Now that ain't no man. Look, if that girl ain't got some liquid nitrogen going through her veins, like I made a statement on there, hell hath no fury to a woman scorn. Like you got to be really, really mad. I understand the hurt, but that anger that came with it, and to do this with a guy that killed your husband's brother,
right? Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm.
Yeah, that's she was saying that made a statement right there. Like I don't even want to back no more. Like she hurt, she scored, she's a lot.
I don't think she won't consider going back anyway. No. When the thought hit her head.
No, it's things that you do though. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to try to make it work, but doing something that's to the extreme.
Man,
that is definitely to the extreme, right there.
That's scary.
Like
this man took another person's life
exactly
of your family.
Right, you gonna go deal with a microphone.
Man, look, though when they say he'll have no period in a woman's scorn, I understand that statement now just from that. And trust and believe, I done seen women do some heinous stuff in my life, but what she did, man, look, man, whoever the guy is that cheated, I bet you won't do it again. So, only thing I can tell you, brothers and sisters, when you're in a marriage, it's about you and that person. Like, there's not a day that does not go by that I don't think about my wife. Temptation is out there at all times, but you got to learn how to control that. You got to learn how to control yourself. It's out there at all times. Not only when it comes to the opposite sex, it has things to do with dealing with the public, things to do with dealing with your family and your friends. So you got to always hold fast. And marriage is important. It's a sanctity. It's a way that you just settle yourself down. You sharing your body with one person, and that person is sharing their body with you. The Bible says your body belongs to them as if their body belongs to you. I mean, their body belongs to you. Bible. The Bible said that. The Bible. As the Bible belongs to. Okay, you got me on that one. You got me on that. But that is a scary story. That was, man, I'm in awe because I don't know if you can call it treachery, betrayal, all the bad words you can think
like
of.
I said, she made her statement when she did that. She made a flat out statement. She don't want him no more.
Yeah, she definitely don't want him no more.
No, because that if that didn't put a dagger in his heart, I bet you that did. You know.
Man, look, I want to give a shout out to some people of Jonas Temple. Holla up, y'all. It's our church. We are off of 105 and Lee. And also, if you guys like this, go ahead and like it and share this post. We're going to be on here every week talking about different subjects every week. So, main thing we're going to be talking about is being married. If you're not married, how to keep your family together. If you can't keep your family together, just try to be cordial parents. That's the hardest thing that a lot of people are trying to do. Some of them can't do because of old feelings. But when it comes to your babies, let the babies know that you love them and still love each other because you're parents.
You know, I think it's the saddest thing right now for real. The people in Hawaii, that is just such a sad situation. And my heart and our prayers go out to them people because they don't know where their next step is going to be from fires.
And the thing that they was showing us was that yesterday, when people was hiding on the rocks by the beach to get away from the fire.
They was just trying to get away from. I mean, there is no way you can get away from it all. You know?
Man,
it just lit up the whole. And they were saying that the days that go by, the more body counts it is.
Yeah, it's over 100 people now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how small Maui is. I know it has something to do. It's an island up in Hawaii. But that whole island, man, like when they were showing it stuff on the cameras and stuff, it looked like a war zone. There's no grass. You can see the charred trees, the charred cars, the houses and stuff like that. And then they're still finding dead bodies. They said the death toll gonna go up. Mm-hmm. Like that is so devastating when you can see paradise just crumble like that. Yeah, that is so devastating. I feel for those people over there, and we're gonna definitely pray for them, and hopefully they get everything together. This is something that, like right now, we know we're living in the end days. I was talking with Mr. Darrell the other day, and I was telling him I had talked to one of our clients at work, and she's like 73 years old. But she said when she was a kid, she said she remembered when she was 6 years old that her mom told her over 60 years ago that we're in the last days. Mm-hmm. And over 60 years ago in the book of Revelation, like when we read it, you would think those are the things that's going to come to pass, like right then and there, because it's a storyline. But for someone to say 60 years ago that we're living in the end of days, that is amazing. And we're seeing it now. We're seeing it in the weather.
We ain't seeing it before, but we really seeing it.
We are definitely seeing it.
Like you said, in the weather, the change of the weather, the change of the people, just our kids, like how it's so much different being raised now today. We were just talking about that last week. Mm-hmm. How it was, how it's just so much different being raised now because even though we can influence our kids, we have social media and the internet and different influencers influencing our kids and have extra influences on their life.
Yeah, definitely that.
You
And
know,
then
and we definitely have to keep our kids definitely prayed up, you know, because it's so much that they are influenced by, even though, you know, they listen to us. And we also have to, as parents, understand that, you know, when we teach them that we instill the right things in them, watch what we say to them because it manifests within their life. You know what I'm saying? It carries on with them. You know what I'm saying? So we have to definitely, and these kids, our kids nowadays, are not like how we were. You know, they're a lot more gentle. Some of them, you know, the shyer and hard to come up out of their shell. And then some of them out there that just they don't care. They wild out here.
yeah, but
So
the thing about that is, some of their parents, like I was young when my first son, I was 15 years old. So at
let's talk
15,
about
all I knew was to go to work, school, and take care of my son. But as time grew and progressed, I started having other children. I was young, so to me, growing up, I was still growing up just like they was growing up.
right,
So my wife had mentioned one time that we need to reach out to some of these parents and try to get to know them, like how our parents used to do when we was growing up.
right,
You
right,
know,
right.
we couldn't go nowhere unless our mother or father knew who the parents was,
Talk
stuff like
about it.
that. Nowadays, parents are scared of their kids. A lot of people try to blame the system because the system don't let nobody discipline their kids anymore. Some people don't know the difference between discipline and abuse. When we was growing up, there was no such thing as abuse. You know what I'm saying? When you was getting your butt whooped, you was getting your butt whooped with anything your parent picked up.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it like that, but back then in them days, the parents were more involved in their kids, lives, especially when they leave the house. Because ain't no way I'm gonna let my child just go on the other side of town and not knowing where they're going or who they hanging with.
See, and that's the difference nowadays. Like how we were raised, our parents knew where we were at, what we were doing. You know, they knew the parents. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to take it back. Like, get to know who these parents are because that way you will know if your kid's in a safe environment or not.
Yeah.
You know, so at least get to know the parents. If you get to know the parents, you will automatically know what kind of environment your kid is in.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it, a person that lives in the dark, they're gonna eventually show their true colors.
Yes. Yes.
And you don't have to go find it. They will eventually show it to you because guess what? At the end of the day, they're tired of hiding who they really are.
Yeah. And as you know, and I can respect that to a certain extent, but if you're the type of person that's just belligerent and being disrespectful, then what do you expect someone? How do you expect people to react to you? Like it's always trust and believe. When I back in my drinking days, my family used to always make comments about how I acted when I used to drink and stuff like that. And at the time, it did offend me, but it offended me on the end of them. I felt like they was talking about me instead of it should have been offended me because I was, doing wrong things or saying wrong things to my family members. I think I think I know that my family loves me. I love my family to death. Right now, this day, despite everything that I put my family members through, and I've put a lot of people in my family through some things, but they still accept me. They still accept me as their brother, their cousin, their uncle, whatever family members I ever heard in my family. But I learned that how you represent yourself does speak for a whole lot, including when it comes to family and friends. Because even though you grew up around these people your whole life, y'all still don't know each other. Just like me and my wife, we've been married going on 3 years now. We've been together for a while. We've been knowing each other for almost 15 years, but we still don't know everything about each other. So I thank my family for having the heart to forgive me for the things that I've done to them, the things I've put them through, the arguments, some of the fights. I appreciate my family more now than ever. I thank God that in our day and age that we can see what the blind don't see. We can see the negativity. We can see some of the things that we would consider stupid. And it's amazing how God has his people's eyes open to everything because his eyes is always open. The devil's eyes is always open. So why are our eyes open? They say the devil works more than we do. You see what I'm saying? He don't stop 24/7. 24/7, he don't stop. We take breaks at work We take breaks in life when we go to sleep, take naps when we get older. Stuff like that. So the devil has not stopped working. God has not stopped working.
Right.
So we should have that same mentality. And I thank God every day for my family and my friends, for having a job, for being able to still do for myself. But there's a lot of people in this world at my age that can't even do it. You see what I'm saying? So I thank God every day. And I think you all should understand and know that God is always there with you. Prayer always works. Might not get what you want right then and there, but God is always on time. Always remember that. We are firm believers of that now. As you can see, we're on a podcast and on a radio station, and it took us years to get to where we at. We're still not done.
We are quarantine.
Right. Still not done yet, but God gave us a path, and He's going to guide us on that path. I'm going to roll out with Him on it. So thank you guys for even stepping in and tuning in and seeing us. Again, if you like this page, share it, like it, make a comment on it. Got any questions, anything like that, you can call us. Well, you can't call us right now. But, yeah, you can call us at our cell phone number. We'll post that up pretty soon in the near future. But we definitely want to know what your opinions are. We definitely want to know what your ideas are, what we should do to further keep this show going. So what I'm going to do is I have a story real quick, and it's a story for the ladies. So don't beat me up when y'all see me in public, because I'm just playing when I start. All right, it's from the Marriage Life Uncensored. It said, ladies, when your man proposed, was it a total surprise, or did you suspect it was coming due to little hints, such as in behavior or little comments he'll make? Of course, there's conversations y'all have prior to the proposal to know y'all are on the same page and getting married. But I was just curious if y'all knew what it happened and when it happened. What you think when I proposed?
I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when it was coming, and I think we talked about this. How I did talk about this on our podcast before we started our new radio station. Yes, I did.
No, we were still on the subject, and then we had cut off.
Oh, I was just saying, like you got me on Christmas. I was not expecting that. You got me on Christmas. And I was looking really rough, and he thought he was gonna post that video, and I told him, no, we're not ever posting that video.
Now, y'all heard her say she was looking rough. I ain't putting none of that in there. I wasn't even gonna post it, but since she said that,
no, he
was looking like Sonic the Hedgehog that night too.
He had the kid recording and everything, and I was wondering what the gift was that he had them recording and everything, and come to find out, it was a ring.
It was a ring.
He proposed. And then he was like, I'm about to post this. And I was like, no, you not.
See, I was back down the Christmas tree.
Right.
Like, don't put it. She got to grab it. Here's the thing. I see a whole lot of women do this too, but I always want to ask y'all this question. When somebody catch y'all hair looking kind of rough, why y'all grab your eyes? Why don't y'all try to cover up the evidence and everything? Y'all grab your eyes and run off. And then when she ran towards the Christmas tree. So I had to grab her so she could run into the Christmas tree. Because that would have been a hectic day. Getting proposed to and knocking the Christmas tree down. I don't know if that's good or bad luck, but that would have been
I was trying to be slick though. I tried to catch up kind of awkward. I'm like, do I need to be looking cute or anything? Like,
because every time I plan any type of engagement for this proposal, somebody let her know and she shut it down. Like I was trying to have a barbecue, she shut that down. I was trying to have a dinner, she shut that down. I even tried to do it for Thanksgiving and she shut that down. So every time it's like I was trying to surprise her. She don't like surprises. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. She let me know that too many times, but I don't mind surprising people. Especially my wife. And at the time, my wife to be.
It's not that I don't like surprises. I mean, these don't catch me off guard when I'm looking rough, talk about doing something for me, and then posting me on Facebook looking like I just rolled out the bed or something because you do that.
It's a proposal.
No, I'm talking about anything like you. He done did some stuff and posted me all on Facebook, and I'm looking crazy. Just got off of work now. And this was our anniversary thing. It was the thought that counted. Let me just say that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the work that you put into it. Let me say that. But at the same time, like, dude, like, let me be pretty in the post or something. Don't let me be looking like I'm so tired and dead beat. Like I just got beat by a bunch of dogs running
Like
chasing
you
me
was in that
down the
Montgomery
street.
brawl. That's what you
Yeah,
basically saying.
like
You was down
yeah,
there,
no,
bro.
right.
You was looking like that in some of your
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, well, when I got off of work that one day, you brought we did the whole lunch thing on the porch, which I thought it was beautiful. But I was looking so rough and tough,
Ooh, you was
just getting off of work.
didn't have no afro puffs. Just looking. No, I'm just playing. But the thing was, she knew it was gonna happen, so that wasn't no surprise. I did tell her prior to when you get off work, we're gonna have a nice anniversary dinner on the porch.
Right.
How you look was not really in the subject of the plan of everything, because usually you look nice going up leaving and you stay nice coming back home. So
Well, I was looking crazy that day.
yeah, she was looking like a wolf there that day. Did I say that out loud? If she looking at me, I can see her. Ooh, wee, I can see them eyeballs just burning my ear hairs right now. Ooh, they came out fast.
Wait until
Lord have mercy.
we get off this.
Y'all gotta pray for me. Sometimes it comes out. I don't mean it, but man, look.
Hey, read. Oh, I thought you had a story to read.
No, I did. I had that one story to read. So the other ones, okay. This one, I don't know if I want to read this one. Okay, I'm gonna try it anyway. It says, marriage life uncensored. It says, I have a dilemma. Been married for 5 years now, and the sex don't be doing it for me anymore. His package shrunk. It isn't hitting the spot it used to. He wanted it every day, but it seems like I was a waste of time to me. What can I do to help him out?
So she's not into his sex anymore. That's basically what you're saying.
No, she said he lost some airtime. I gotta be discreet about this one. Oh. Maybe he done gained a little weight, and that happens.
Yeah.
So I mean, in order for in order for you to help him out, you gotta help him burn it off. You try to get to where it used to be at, you gotta help him. Because to me, it seems like he done gained a little more weight, and I don't know if the package shrunk. It just is it hiding, I guess. Is that what you want? I don't know how to respond to this one. I'm so lost on this one. Y'all help us out. Could y'all please help us on this question? But the way that I can see her helping him out is if he done gained some weight or something, talk to him about, losing weight. Or there are supplements out here that can kind of help that. I feel like I'm doing a Viagra commercial right now. This is not. Why did I even read that story?
I don't even know why you read it, but and it's like you read it, but you didn't read it, and now we kind of in between. Like, where is they going with this?
Well, my thing is, we know where they going with it. She said the man needs help, but maybe she needs to talk to him. I guess explain how she's feeling. Try to communication is always key.
Right.
But that's like
I say first they need to sit down and have a talk.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, they probably need to go to counseling or something.
No, I don't think they need counseling for nothing.
Well, like a doctor or something to see, what they could. Counselor is to help them work through their emotions.
Right.
That's why I said that.
There, I don't know if it's any type of counseling. But not going to a doctor, yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Going to the doctor, get help to me, and then after that, excuse me, y'all.
Lord have mercy. You know what? I think I went into that story head first, but the thing is, you gotta communicate. sometimes even the thing about being married is you can communicate about things that you're not comfortable with. And it happens a whole lot. It's been times that I've communicated with my wife about things about myself that I wasn't comfortable with, but she's my wife. She's my best friend. I should be able to talk to her about anything. So that communication, and she gave me comfortability about things that I was insecure about within myself. And that's how I know I got a good wife, because anytime it's hard to explain any insecurities of yourself that you tell people. That's the hardest thing you can ever do. What you've been through as a kid growing up, or what you're embarrassed about with yourself and stuff like that. And me being able to talk with my wife about my insecurities of myself, she basically gave me the confidence that I've been looking for. I should have been having in myself, and I have it now, and I'm gonna continue to have it because I know she has my back. But a lot of times when it comes to intimacy, the conversation of intimacy is kind of hard when you're talking to your mate about it. Now, talking with our friends, we do that a lot. But when it comes to talking with our mate, especially about something that, and maybe he don't even know.
But that's what communication is for, and that's what being a best friend is about to your partner. When you able to just open up and talk to your partner about stuff like that, and y'all able to find a way to make it work. But everybody don't have that.
Right.
So they don't have that partnership. They don't have that friendship. They don't have that trustworthiness, and that's what we, try to get people back to.
You got the Bible verse there? You want to read before we left? We still got a few minutes left. But it's just on that subject. I want first you guys pray on it. And another thing that I was noticing in the story is a statement, basically one-sided, like you said. But do he even know that she feels that way? And in order for her to help him, she has to communicate. She has to communicate with him and let him know, where she stands on that, and hopefully see where it goes. Because me personally, if it was, like I said, if it was on me, like I said, when I had my insecurities about myself, my wife, made me feel better. She didn't tease me. She didn't make me feel bad about it. Actually, she helped me talk about it. And I think a lot of men have that problem talking about certain situations when it comes to their intimacy. So you have a Bible verse for us, baby?
Yeah. Well, this was from when we first started out. I wanted to read this because, it was part of it's still the beginning of our new journey and everything. So one of my sisters sent this scripture to me right before we started our new journey and everything. And I just thought that it would be nice to share it. It says, "Good afternoon. God doesn't want you to live stressed and with a barely get by attitude. He has a new season of increase in front of you. He wants you to thrive, to live abundantly, overflowing life. The thief does not come except to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly." John 10:10. Make your mind today that no matter how difficult things seem, you are going to make it. I pray that you have a thriving Wednesday. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you guys for joining us today. And again, like I always say, what you learn today, you can teach tomorrow. Have a good day. See y'all next Wednesday. Thank you guys for showing up.
Bye. Peace.